Welcome back for Part 4 of IMPRES, Imagine Pacific Presentations, as we delve into Lesson 4. The final lessons of the course. United Nations Disability Inclusion Strategy, Fostering Inclusiveness, and Assessing the Impact of Digital Access on Disabilities and Marginalized Communities. In this lesson, we will focus on applying digital inclusiveness. Regarding applying tools to increase inclusivity, by adhering to the digital accessibility standards and guidelines such as the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, and the WCAG, the UN can create inclusive digital platforms for accessibility. The WCAG provides comprehensive standards for making digital platforms, websites, and online resources accessible. These concepts can be applied to developing instructions for assistive technologies, and alternative text keyboard navigation, and captioning for videos which are essential for inclusive design. Understanding WCAG and usability standards is essential in developing tools that promote digital accessibility, as experienced in a community collaboration project where we developed an organizational needs assessment, digital literacy syllabus, and digital intake form to meet the service community's needs. Learning objective for inclusive application activity. The objective of this activity is to simulate Rick Scott's experience using a digital access intake tool provided by a case manager. By filling out the tool as if they were Rick, students can gain a better understanding of the challenges faced by individuals like Rick and the importance of digital accessibility in healthcare. Scenario: Rick Scott is a fictional Micronesian individual in need of medical care and his medical records. Rick, a separated United States Marine, currently resides in Kwajalein and was discharged with a traumatic brain injury, TBI, as well as early-onset type 2 diabetes. Rick's family has flown him to stay with his cousin in Hawaii. Since separating from the Marines, he no longer has any verifying medical records his current health. To be categorized as fare too bad based on the lack of care. Situation: Rick has arrived in Hawaii with his passport only, no digital identification or medical records. His cousin resides in public housing and has contacts with Department of Health, public health nurses. Rick is entitled to medical care through the Department of Veteran Affairs, the VA, and possibly Medicare. Neither Rick nor his cousin have access to a computer. He does understand and write English. His cousin, who is acting as his caregiver, does not. The PHN, public health nurse, conducts intake to include using a digital access intake tool. The task is to input information into the digital intake tool, simulating yourself as Rick Scott, and complete the digital access tool based on the circumstances and limitations provided. Remember Rick's lack of medical records, his cousin's language barrier, the absence of computer access, and his disabilities while filling out the form. When finished with the tool, proceed to the next slide. Thank you for completing the activity. Now, if I could ask you to please do a reflection and answer the following questions. What was it like to fill out from Rick's perspective? Something to consider: what challenges did you encounter while filling out the form? How did Rick's situation impact his ability to access healthcare services? What insight did you gain regarding the importance of digital access in healthcare? How can digital access tools and accommodations be improved to better service individuals like Rick? In summary, I provided an overview of disability inclusion strategy, learning objectives, using a digital access lens and inclusion gap with the COFA Nationals perspective, and some concepts for applying inclusion and digital access together. I'd like to leave with this note. COFA will be up for renewal in 2023 September. These potential issues will still exist. Climate refugees, unserved veterans, and disability needs unaddressed. So we want to build awareness and fortify capacity. We must ensure the COFA nations have digital access. This concludes this version of the IMPRES, Imagine Pacific presentations. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out more episodes of IMPRES and other content on the Imagine Pacific Impulse, on the QR code located on your screen. Thank you for tuning into the Imagine Pacific YouTube channel.